In accordance with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, this video is not intended for children under the age of 13.
Welkin, bro! I'm stoked you're here, man. What can I do you for?
Hey everybody, I'm also stoked that you're here. I'm the Comic Foil, and we're going to outfit our tank here in Valkyria Chronicles. So, Ekamak mentioned, I never really gave thought to this, but the special thing about the Shamrock is that... So I guess it only has one of these weapons equipped at a time. Now, like the Edelweiss right now, it has an anti-armor round, plus its mortar and its machine gun. But I can change this, so there's a Gatling gun, which I'm interested in, but also I've heard great things about the flamethrower. So we're going to equip that, which for some reason gets rid of my mortar. If I pick the Gatling gun, does that also get... Yeah, I only get the mortar when I also have the... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was not doing that just now. What the heck? Nugget, are you playing with the other controller? That was weird. I don't know why that happened. Yeah, so... I guess that makes sense. So, even though I like using mortars a lot, the Edelweiss will still have a mortar, so... You know, this will just give me more differentiation between the two tanks. It'll give me different reasons to use one or the other. I can firepower boost the Scout's rifle again. Feel like I should probably be trying to do more boosts for the Shamrock, just in general, but oh man. I mean, I still think the best is the foot soldiers. I feel like I get the most work done with them, and I use the tanks mainly when I have to. I have a lot of money though too, so I think I'm gonna have enough for both of it. I one-hit killed with the flamethrower before too, with Rosie's flamethrower, because I've been powering it up so much. So yeah, flamethrowers are pretty good. It's just that the computer is weird about how it uses them. So we're going to be continuing on with the story a little bit. As you know, Welkin was just starting to suspect Faldio, like I was quite a few episodes ago. Yeah, let's go down to the Shamrock, see if it lets us buy anything else for it now. So the body enhancements are freebie, or aren't freebies, but they... So I don't need the mortar upgrade now, because I'm not... Yeah, I need the upgrade to the flame intensifier if I'm going to be using that. Other than that, expand capacity gives me an extra magazine. An extra magazine for what? I'll buy it because I barely have anything filled in on this board, but what is that a magazine for? It says it's increasing ammo from 0 to 1. I just don't know what it's the ammo of. Something that apparently it didn't have ammo for earlier. For the flamethrower? That doesn't make sense. Let's just see if there's any more body upgrades for the Edelweiss then, too. Yeah. Okay, that'll be it there. Yeah, so... The bullet that hit Ica was a special... It came from a experimental sniper rifle, which only 2 of which exist, and one of them is in lockup. The other one belonged to Faldio. Or the other one Faldio currently had, like, signed out. So it's pretty much an open and closed shut on him being the one to fire. Okay, potentials are good. I also checked in the graveyard because I thought the old man would have something else for us, and he didn't. But yeah, let's look at Parting Ways Truth. Faldio's picture is in the book there, too, so, I mean... We're at least gonna talk to
Hey,
him.
Faldio. You in? Guess not. Notes on the Valkyrian race. The anthropology of the Valkyria. Maybe he was reading up on the enemy.
Now, those aren't just books he has. I think it's like those are books that are sitting out.
This is his handwriting.
I mean, he was, like, a student, like Welkin was.
Alicia must be made to awaken. What?
Alicia must be made to awaken. No matter how much I try, I can think of no other way. I almost wish I had never joined them on that expedition to the Barius ruins. I'm convinced that the inner chamber was built to admit only Valkyria. But the door opened at her touch. That could only mean that the blood of their tribe courses through her veins. Still, I was shocked to find her bathed in that uncanny light that night in the field. Though I doubted my eyes, I never once doubted. That light was the Valkyrian blue flame. Ultimately, I had no choice but to accept the simple truth that Alicia is one of them. I'd already begun to question all I knew. The walls of the temple sanctum were inscribed with the Valkyria's account of history. History as it truly was. We are all taught of the Darkson calamity and how their actions forever scorched the land. But this account told a different story. The Valkyria invaded this land from the north, slaying the indigenous Darkson people as they came. Their grasp of Ragnite technology and the art of war were vastly superior. They trained the destructive power of Ragnite on the Darkson's land, burned it to ash, then had the gall to pass the blame for their inhuman deeds off on their Darkson slaves. Darksons have borne that stigma ever since, while the Valkyria became godlike saviors. The victors simply rewrote the history books. The Barius ruins promulgate a lie to all but their own descendants as hard fact. Reading about the Valkyria's power, the true face of these saviors, left me stunned. Yet at the same time, I cannot help but think of how useful it could be to us now. Since then, I've investigated every text and report on the Valkyria I could find. They lead me to believe that at least a few scions of the Valkyria must have survived to this day. All across Europa, these rare individuals live and die unaware of their own nature. But history has recorded rare cases of individuals who have awakened to their powers. Their stories share one common thread. All of them suffered grave wounds before awakening. If those accounts are correct, the blood of the Valkyria stirs at the approach of death. Their power, having slept for thousands of years, bursts awake at one step shy of the end. Once awakened, if one of these individuals takes hold of the refined Ragnite arms of their ancestors, they make their mark on history as one of the Valkyria of old. I couldn't stop myself. I stole the Valkyrian lance and shield out of the university archive. Supposedly their blood serves to amplify the Ragnite's natural power. I have no idea what science lies behind it. Perhaps it's a consequence of their origins in the Ragnite-rich northern regions. Regardless of the reason, the Valkyria's life force itself calls forth a reaction from the stone. The enemy Valkyria decimated our forces on the Nagi plains. I could not afford to stay my hand on account of ethics. I had the rifle, and I forced myself to use it.
So at what point did Faldio write this? Because at first it sounded like he wrote it
shot her,
leading up to shooting her.
Placed the lance and shield on her unconscious form. I was racked with insecurity and guilt. Hands red with blood of my best friend's love.
My best friend's love. Love is a big word.
The choice I made was right.
It's also an appropriate word for this situation.
Faldio!
Wow. It's funny because, like, the room must have been dead silent while he was reading, and then he just suddenly yelled out his name.
Hello, Lieutenant Gunther. Is something wrong?
Faldio, where is he?
I've never seen Welkin this mad.
Sir!
Except
Captain
maybe
Varrot just
when
called him
Isara
in.
died.
He left only a minute ago.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in big trouble, Faldio. Though, Faldio's gonna say that he was a patriot for doing it, and it's true, we probably would have lost the Battle of Nagi Plains if not for Alicia awakening her Valkyria powers. Still, it's very morally reprehensible.
Faldio, I'm only going to ask you this once. Was it you who shot Alicia?
Yeah. I shot her.
Oh, Falcon Punch. Welkin Punch.
Tell me why. Why did you have to shoot her?
The people. Gallia needed her. Now let me ask you a question. How else do you think we could have won that battle?
With superior
If
tactics!
not for Alicia's power, Gallia would have most certainly lost.
I still can't.
And not just this battle. I'm talking about Gallia's future. How else are we supposed to survive, Welkin? Caught on either side by giants. It's Alicia. Our Valkyria. She's the only one who can protect us from them.
Wrong. Our side gaining power won't end this war. All it does is escalate the conflict.
It's true, it's just gonna lead to a Valkyria arms race
That's
where
enough.
everybody starts trying to get Valkyrs.
Listen to each other. You may both be right. But still, you're both very wrong. I don't claim to have the perfect answer either. However, regardless of the reason, attacking one of your own comrades is deplorable. By Gallian military law, I remand you to the stockade until further notice, Faldio. And you, Welkin. 24 hours in isolation for engaging in fisticuffs.
I mean, I think that was called for, but alright. That is a much less harsh punishment than Faldio is getting.
Chapter 15, Citadel, Gearlendio.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be an all-story episode. I mean, not this episode of the game, I mean this episode of the Let's Play. Ah, new skirmishes, new things for me to level grind with. I mean, what are they going to do with Alicia now? Are they going to take her out of our squad?
Thanks to the victory at Nagyar, our forces have pushed the enemy back to the border. The Imperials are currently holed up in the Citadel at Gearlendio.
Gearlendio.
Metal Gear. Keep my strength up.
A crucial checkpoint along the commerce routes tying Gallia to the east since medieval times, the pass at Gearlendio had been fortified for ages. The existing structure was rebuilt as a modern fortress during the First European War, and its grounds were littered with the casualties of war.
Okay. So this could very well be the Imperial's last
In
stand.
the current war, it housed the Empire's command center, and now it stood as their final stronghold.
Yeah, wow, we got them on the run. There's not a ton of game left. I think this will maybe go to like
What's our
50
strategy for
episodes, this
attacking
Let's
the
Play.
Citadel, Captain?
I still haven't received any details on our orders from above yet.
Oh, stop your worrying, Varrot. I came here myself to give you your orders.
I hate everything about this guy. I hate his facial hair, I hate his voice.
General Damon. I'm honored, but why not just send a messenger?
Your regiment really showed him up out there at Nagyar. In return, I'm granting you the honor of assaulting the Citadel at the van of the army.
Sir?
Here are your orders. There's a supply line running into the Citadel.
His plan is, okay, since you were the only squad worth a damn in the last battle, we're putting you front and center for the next one. Because when General Damon plays chess, he moves his queen first.
We're sending a train car loaded down with explosives along it to blow us an entrance. The militia will run along the track ahead of it, flipping the right rail switches.
Flipping rail switches, sir?
Is our attack seriously involving a rail switch puzzle?
This while dodging a hailstorm of bullets? That sounds like a suicide mission, sir.
And like, if you're gonna do a suicide mission, you know, I won't argue against that. Sometimes that's what you gotta do, but like, sending the squad you really like to do it?
What are you talking about? It's the perfect challenge for your fearless crew.
This asshole.
If we succeed here, the Empire will finally be forced out of Gallia for good. You'll pave the way for the real army. You got that, Varrot?
Damn it. Another mission they don't have the guts to do themselves.
Yeah, follow-up question. Who the heck are you?
Maybe. But it's a mission that somebody still needs to do.
Precisely. As the General said, if we win, the Empire will be driven out of Gallia.
But who is that? I think that's literally the first time I've seen that
Let
guy.
this be our final battle. I'll await good news from the field. Dismissed.
Sorry, should I know who that guy is? Did they introduce him at one point? I have been playing this game over a long period of time.
It hurts. Mother, where are you?
Hey! There's a survivor here! It's too late for the mother. Come on, we've got to get the child out. Now!
Mother, where are you? Mother!
Sire. Your Grace.
Sorry, I was thinking about my tragic backstory.
That incident grows old and stale.
I grow bored with my trauma.
Selvaria, what news have you from the front?
Sire. They seek to push our soldiers past the border, and the total of their forces approach those of our own.
I see. The advantage now begins to sway towards the other side. It seems the loss at Nagyar has ended our hopes of strolling through the gates of Rondgries.
The fault lies with me. This would be over had I but won at Nagyar.
I mean, yeah, you kind of got your butt kicked by a brand new Valkyrie.
I beg you. Please allow me to fight for your glory, sire.
I don't know.
Dear Selvaria, do you truly wish to be of help?
Yes, more than anything. From the time you saved me, Your Grace, I've known that I love you more than I do my own life.
Ooh.
Sire, I want to work in the service of your dreams.
Very well.
He, like, doesn't even know what to say to that.
So, Selvaria, you report that the strength of our opponent now matches our own. In that case, let the fire of destruction rain down upon them. Use the final flame of the Valkyria.
But...
Oh, does she have a, like, last stand mode? Where she gets more powerful by using the last of her power? Is she gonna open the 7th gate?
The hour of your death shall mark the inauguration of our rule. Farewell, Selvaria.
Was it the 7th gate or the 8th gate that kills Mike Guy if he opens it? I don't remember. I should know this, it was just on Death Battle.
Can't say I'm impressed, Your Grace. Making a lady cry?
This is simply one of a number of scenarios we'd planned for since before Nagyar. If her prowess as a Valkyria is insufficient, Selvaria's uses quickly narrow to one alone.
Anyway, there's a messenger here for you straight from Castle Randgries.
So there is. Let him wait. I have no time for simple messengers now. We are set to commence Operation Steel Scythe. Jaeger, prepare to return back east.
What? Then it's... the Marmota's finished?
Ooh, the
It
Marmota.
is. Word has come that it has completed its trial run.
What is the Marmota?
The Galleons are hasty to assume victory. We shall see them gutted yet.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Alright, and bracing for battle. Does this... Oh, I meant to look if this is like one of those chapters where there's multiple actual battles in there.
Is everybody here?
No. Still no Alicia, boss.
Right. Well, let's start.
Yeah, I thought maybe Virat would have, like, not... Because Alicia's too valuable now.
I already heard from another squad. We're prepping some tracks for a bomb.
I mean, if Damon knows about Alicia, he's probably gonna snatch her up and put her into the main army.
That's right. It's a rough one, but this is a critical mission.
This is the militia. We're used to getting all the bum missions by now. With that settled, there's one question I gotta ask you, boss. Alicia's Valkyria powers and all. You plan to use those this time too?
No, Largo, of course I don't. I have faith in your natural abilities. Who needs Valkyria when I've got you all?
Good answer. I'd expect no less from you, boss.
We're ready for anything out there. After all, this could very well be it.
Yeah, we're fine. You go be with Alicia, boss. She needs you real bad right now.
All right. You all know what you're doing.
But does he? This is a tough one. Even for Nature Boy.
Having Alicia and the boss moping around is a drag for the whole squad. I hope for everyone's sake they can pull out of this funk real soon.
I like this kind of tight-knit dynamic that Squad 7 has now, though.
Alicia, there you are. What's up?
Yeah, we've barely talked to her since her incident.
Welkin. Guess what? I found some lion's paw growing while I was out on my walk. There you go. Very sharp. Makes you look like a real gentleman.
No, it doesn't. It looks like he's got some flower caught in his suit. This is an awkward conversation. Oh, sad.
Welkin. They said it was Valdio. Is it true?
Afraid so.
Then when I walked through camp before, some of them got down on their knees, like they were worshipping me. Praise the Valkyria, the Godchild. They were begging me to save Galia, me. I mean, what am I supposed to say to that?
Alicia,
What kind of life can I live from now on?
Any kind of life you want, you're a superheroine.
Wow, I'm sorry. Guess that was pretty heavy. Here we are right before the last battle, and I'm not helping things one little bit. Don't worry about me. Sergeant Alicia Melchiot, sir. Reporting. And ready for duty. My mind is focused on the mission. See you later, boss.
Aw. No, this is rough, because she's always wanted to help people, and now that she has the power to help everybody, but it's like going to basically consume who she is. Alright. So this looks like a mission here, and then it looks like we have another mission on the next page at 5A. But let's at least start to look at this.
Here is your mission brief.
The enemy is braced and waiting for our attack on the Citadel of Gurlandio. Before we can storm the place, we need to pry off the lid. We'll blow in the front gates. The plan, as it stands, is to roll a car loaded down with explosives up to the gate and detonate it. Your objective is to trip the 3 switches located along the rail. 3 switches, got it. The switches' locations are as you see here. You'll just have to push your way forward and hit each one in turn as you go. To activate each switch, approach it in action mode and press the A button, nice and easy. Okay, so it's like using the elevators in 1000. They'll be bearing down on you with the Citadel's cannons, among other things. I also advise you to watch for mines. It's time to put everything you've learned in your mission so far to work on kicking these imps out of Gallia for good. Okay, so we get victory when all 3 switches are activated. Okay. Alright, so, I don't know, should I end the episode here? Yeah, I guess so, and we'll devote next episode to actually hitting these switches, and I can pick my units in between. Alright, I'm the Comic Foil. Thank you for watching. More Valkyria Chronicles next time, where we flip switches on the Switch. Because I'm playing this on a Switch. I don't know. That's kind of weak. I'll think of some better jokes.